Welcome back to my 1 to 70 guide for my Night Elf Druid. This is going to be, I don't know what part, but it's going to be 35 through 40. As always, there's nothing to it but to do it, so let's get started. First things first, I'm going to go see if I can actually swap what group or expansion I'm going to do. So far, I'm now getting 54 gold per dungeon completion, which is pretty good. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and not queue up as healer, but tank and DPS. Should be a decently fast queue, even though it says 5 minutes. I've tend to find that Burning Crusade tends to be light on healers. I don't know why. Go ahead and do a gold check, 752. I am actually almost level 36. I'm about 4 bars off. A little bit of rest experience, but not too much. And it looks like I got a new dungeon. This one's kind of long. Pretty given on where to go. As always, when starting a dungeon, you want to go a little bit slow to make sure your healer gets mana, their stuff set up. Well, now the healer's AFKing. I never understood why tanks and healers do that, because usually the queues are fairly fast, so it's kind of a waste of time for everybody else in the group. I should be fine without a healer. I can spot heal myself if needed. I need to make sure to buff everybody. I do have to be careful where I don't have a healer, but where I have all my cooldowns, I should be fine. Hopefully. We have pretty decent damage too. This is where it might get a little dicey, because now I'm out of my heals. If someone needs to go AFK for this long, usually they should just leave, because this is kind of getting into the point of a little bit of taking advantage of people being nice and not kicking. Because it's not like, oh, AFK a minute, it's we're going on a couple minutes now. I probably will kick them soon. Because I really don't feel comfortable doing a boss, and if it takes them this long to do it, it kind of gets out of hand. There's being nice and then there's being a pushover. Oh, they're at the start of the dungeon. If you have no rage, a little trick is to shift out of form and shift back in, because it'll give you 25 rage, which is a lot better than 0 rage. The aggro range on that boss is insanely low. It's kind of surprising. I could kind of see it though, because if you pull that and the boss, you might be in trouble. You need some pretty interesting gear from these dungeons. Oh, that's not good. Oh, it's so nice having a healer. Definitely don't take good healers for granted.
I need to get closer.
I usually really enjoy leveling as Boomkin, however now I'm actually really enjoying leveling as Bear.
These specimens are very delicate.
I think it's because I enjoy pulling big mobs, like big groups of mobs. I think it's interesting just to watch them all die. This is something you really shouldn't do. I wasn't paying attention and actually just realized I was pulling this into the healer. Because sometimes these have massive AoE around the boss CC. And the last thing you want is your healer to get crowd controlled.
The specimens must be preserved.
Starting to make a lot more in gold too, which is pretty nice.
It's too far away.
Never had a more perfect level in my life right there. That could also be an extremely good tank mechanic to use because it gives you full health. So if you know you're about to ding, risk it. I mean, you're basically getting a lay on hands for free just for leveling there.
I need to get closer.
What aggravation is this? You will die!
It's still recharged.
Your life
Even though this is an AoE spell, it is nice to go ahead and throw that on the boss just for like extra damage. We got some impressive damage in this group though. I might have messed up. No, I did my quest. I was gonna say I might have messed up on the quest, but I think I'm fine. I was kind of hoping they would just pull it to me.
I'm out of range.
You do kind of have to be careful sometimes. Like, I don't know this dungeon the best in the world, so this is risky pulling big like this. You don't really have to do mechanics when leveling either, which is kind of nice. Unless your damage is super low. Right now, this, like, Arcane Mage is kind of insane. Oh, going the wrong way. Go ahead and make sure to buff again, even though we got another druid. He probably already has it. I usually would go pull the boss, however I'm waiting for everyone to catch up. And final boss time, which is a pretty fast dungeon, all things considered. Now, I've gotten decent amount of, just from experience and quests alone, I've almost gotten a full level. You do have to watch it here, because I believe this boss actually summons ads, so you do have to watch your healer.
No, we fight. Come to my aid.
And that's all she wrote for that one.
Do not belong here.
I'm surprised this stuff didn't despawn. Additional armor, always welcome. Yeah, let's go for it and see if they want to stay. This is why big bags is nice. Give me a nice weapon. Throw my healing weapon in my other bag. Nice pair of hands. I would almost say that dunging with no heirlooms is almost required to keep your gear up to date at this point, because just comparing what I was getting from quests and dungeons, it's just a insane amount of difference. Unfortunately, you do get some repeat dungeons. I think Burning Crusade actually has a smaller pool than Wrath of the Lich King, so it's not smaller pool than Classic, so I'm not really surprised. I'm just gonna skip those. Oh, never mind. Sometimes you don't want to try to drag if it's like that far of a distance. I do wish this had a shorter cooldown because it is kind of a long cooldown to deal with. I'm not too worried about one elite hit me in the back. I will say, I don't know if this is the most optimal tanking setup, but it is a pretty good one. At least I like it. That might pull that pat. Those are supposed to reset. I don't know why that one didn't.
The work must continue.
Man, this guy just will not give up. He needs a raise. That's some dedication right there. I do love the fact that that's an AoE speed boost. It's not just a helps me out type of thing. Yeah, that shaman speed boost is really nice. I think it's only on like a 30-second cooldown or something like that. It might be longer than that because I think they might have swapped it. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna have to kill it. I usually don't worry too much about skipping stuff. I pull fast enough, big enough that every now and then having a small group like this isn't the end of the world. You do want to try to hit the water there just because it's a little bit easier on your healer. Go big or go home. Having a Demon Hunter is pretty nice because they do have an AoE stun.
I'm out of range.
And like I said before, don't worry too much if you don't go as fast as I do if you tank. This is more advanced tanking speed than it is a new player tanking speed. However, I am doing it with the same gear that you could possibly have at this level, so you definitely do have the tools. When doing AoE, free defensing sometimes is nice. Like if I know I'm up for multiple groups, I use bark skin. That way I can kind of help a little bit until I get iron fur up. Oh, I forgot they feared. That's not good.
It's too far away.
I do wish that he would stop using the totem when I use my speed boost. And use it like whenever I'm not using it. That way it helps with speed. Because if I remember right, those don't stack. Gonna pull this over here. I wish the Demon Hunter hadn't done that. And then he runs away. Never run away if you're a DPS. That's one of the most pain in the butt things you can do for your tank. Because I don't have speed. Like if I'm a warrior, I can use charge and stuff. However, I just had used wild charge, I'm fairly certain, or maybe not.
I need to get closer. It's too far away.
Kind of surprised I'm already level 37 after 25 minutes. Almost 38. I would like to say the more I play, the more I don't think questing is very optimal. Yeah, that's something that definitely hurts. I should be fine. And I can res if I get a little... I actually forgot that you can now use res while in bear form. I kind of wish I had remembered that beforehand. I could have got the healer up a little bit faster. The only reason I'm taking these is just to get down to Nature's Recovery, which increases healing taken. 4% is not much. It is helpful, though. This could probably be pretty useful, too. It's only 2 yards, but 2 yards for AoE is pretty nice. I definitely would have had to get more bags, though. My bags are filling up pretty quick. While I wait for this next dungeon to pop, I don't know when it'll pop because this has not been very accurate the last couple times, but so far I'm almost level 40. Oh, there it goes. I only have 1,128 gold, which is pretty good. However, the only thing that sucks so far is I don't think I'm going to hit the 4,000 gold that I need. And here we go.
We survive. Roma, Hect,
I ran this in Classic. This dungeon sucked. Make sure to buff everybody. I'll probably be a little more safe on this dungeon because I actually don't know this dungeon very well. Yeah, I think I might have just overpulled a little bit. Putting this trinket over here to use. Got that nice wind rush. 40% isn't bad. I think for this you actually do have to kill everything. Oh, that's not good. Ooh, I forgot those chain fear. That's my bad on that one. Chain fear, stun. Not a fun time going on around here. This is the only downside to Burning Crusade dungeons. These dungeons have a lot of stuns and stuff in them. Fear, stuns, all that stuff. This dungeon was, or this raid, I'll get it right in a second. This expansion was actually pretty hard. I think it's actually known as one of the hardest expansions in WoW. Especially with the original, like, not classic, but the actual OG expansion was one of the hardest in WoW. I personally, when it comes to lore, I think Wrath of Lich King was one of the funnest. I really like the Scourge idea and everything. I kind of wish Shadowlands had been like a Wrath of the Lich King 2.0. I think that's one of the things that really made a lot of people let down by it, because they expected Wrath of the Lich King 2.0 and got whatever that mess of a expansion was. This is where shamans come in handy. They have Tremor Totem. Usually I have Discord turned off. Unfortunately, I pulled it up earlier. Now it's in my background. Hopefully no one goes spamming while I'm trying to make a video. I should be a decent distance away, hopefully. I pulled this with the intention of getting the fear out of the way. Now we wait. Ooh, this is not gonna go well. I might have preemptively used the damage reductions. However, with as many stuns as there was, that might have been a good idea to go ahead and risk it. I'd rather use it and not die than not use it and die. Wonder what the chances of them letting me finish my quest now. And I think there's a bunch of these coming up. However, I like to try to knock it out real quick. I also think that all this pulls if you pull the boss. I'm going off that assumption right now as well. Because some bosses are like that, where if you don't clear the room, you're pretty much gonna guaranteed wipe. Yeah, I hate when people do that mid-fight. That's why I don't pull stuff like that. Especially when it's a DPS, like, you're kind of hurting the group by doing that. How many bosses I got left? 2 bosses. Hopefully they don't kill us. Sometimes it kind of sucks in mind control, so some mind controls actually bug out, and if you kill someone while mind controlled, they actually die, which can be a huge issue if it's the tank. It's like our healer's AFK. Forever missing the days when people let the tank get the stuff first. Mostly out of common courtesy of the fact that they're tanking, and then it's the least enjoyed role by most people in the game because it has the most responsibility. Like if I pull too much and die, I can't blame the healer, I can't blame the DPS, it's pretty much your fault at that point. You have to be like, ah, my bad. Because you gotta know what your group can do.
I'll make an offering of your blood.
Yeah, I don't know if that was me that did that, but that was definitely not a good pull.
Come to my aid. Heed your master now.
Sneak in one of those right there. I'm not too worried about this boss, plus the thing's tanking it. Man, I am leveling pretty fast though. Already level 39. Hitting the 38-minute mark.
My life. Gladly.
Usually I would take that, however, I think I'm gonna go for the damage at this point. I've kind of already gotten to the point that I don't really need damage reduction per se. I might take this next if I really do need it or redistribute the point. I'm in combat with something though. Yeah, there's plenty of these here. I think there's enough in the dungeon for everybody to finish their thing. The mage really needs to finish theirs. Okay, they're doing it. I was going to say something to them about needing to do the quest. Some people forget. It happens. I've been those people before.
It's too far away.
I think this boss actually does have a one-shot mechanic. I can't fully remember though. Only thing that kind of sucks is I haven't set myself up really to quest at this point. So if I get really... Ooh. Everybody just died. Yeah. I believe in them. What is this, a shaman? I don't know why they didn't heal themselves. I'm really hoping the shaman doesn't die because the shaman's the one that has to res us. Hopefully they res us. And then when I res, that's why I have them targeted. I can see who they res. They're gonna res them, so I can res the other shaman. Never release at the end of a fight, that way you can get resed and turn your quest in really quick. Or not turn your quest in, but loot. Disarm duration. Kind of useless on a druid, but because you have bare arms, you don't really have a weapon. Another quest where you just TP out and in. You do want to double check to make sure. I thought the end of this dungeon had the quest turned in, but apparently not. I'm gonna be so close to the next level. I hope I have enough quests just to go ahead and ding.
Strength and honor. Strength.
Oh yeah, I got 2 more quests I think to turn. I should be fine. Let's see what I get here. Pair of feet. Huge upgrade. Pretty nice ring.
But see you. So long. One.
Level 40. The powerhouse that is known as ChillChedder. That worked out really well because I'm not in any position to go do quest or anything. So I was really hoping that I would hit 40. Did it in pretty good time too. 43 minutes. I kind of think that they do need to kind of add something in with questing, because questing definitely is slower. It might not be slower if you have heirlooms, but without heirlooms, you just can't even remotely keep up gear-wise, which causes you to quest far slower. Because as I level up, I should be going slower. However, if I just do dungeons, I'm going a lot faster than if I try to throw in quests as well. So if you don't care about speed, questing's fine. However, dungeons definitely are the way to go. If you can help it, dungeons with quests are extremely good. I'll go ahead and leave.
Hi.
Go ahead and do my sellout. The only thing that sucks about those is the disarm effect would be nice. I'm not really sure who would use it. Maybe a rogue in PvP. Potions are nice to keep. The only thing that sucks is they're instant specific, so can be a good thing to help you as you level up if they're not too expensive on the auction house. Because right now all I have to really do with leveling up is use Frenzy Regeneration, which I can use pretty often, reliable. And I just try to keep one of those like in my back pocket in case I get low. Because at this point I've buffed it up fairly nice, I think. I've got a 20% chance for it not to consume. I have increased healing over here. Somewhere over here I have increased healing for it as well. Here. Regrowth and Frenzy Regeneration healing is increased by 20% on yourself. Plus, I also have the reduced cooldown, all kinds of stuff. I thought there was one that increases the healing done to me while it's active. But maybe I was wrong. Either way, it's still pretty nice to have. I'm not fully sure what arcane damage I have that I'm aware of. That might be something lower down. I actually think I'm going to take that out and go with more survivability. That's kind of useless in my opinion. This is pretty nice though, reducing the cooldown of major stuff like that. I also love the Guardian of the Elune, which increases the healing of your next regeneration by 20%. It can make your thing heal massively. Way better than this. This is nice for like your group, but I'd much rather be able to control how much I heal. It says arcane damage, but I'm not really sure what I have that does arcane damage besides Moonfire. And I think I can use Moonfire while in bear form, which I would only use it to like pull. I'm not sure if I can use it while in bear form or not. We shall see though. I just gotta find a quick critter. Ha. You're about to see this squirrel get destroyed. Yep, I can use it. So it's a really nice pull ability. However, past that, it doesn't do much damage. You probably can buff it through talent stuff, as like I just saw, but I don't really see the point. I'd much rather have like a massive damage reduction cooldown or something to that extent. 2 charges of survival instinct, which I should have. I don't know why there's not 2 charges of that. I just talented in. Oh, I did not. Yep, there we go. So even though they have a 3-minute timer, it can be good because I can just keep one in my back pocket for emergency situations and just use everything else. Anyway, that is my level 35 through 40 walkthrough for my Night Elf Druid. Next time I'll be doing 40 through 45, hopefully. Probably just going to do more dungeon spamming. However, I might do a different expansion pack to kind of mix it up a little bit. Like I said, I would like to do quests, but you just can't keep up. I don't really see a point of even trying to do quests at this point. My gold ending is at 1,385. My item level is 95. Not too bad. I can kind of look real quick to see how it compares to heirlooms. For example, well, if I could get them out, but most of my heirlooms would be level 113. So I would have 113 of everything here at this point. So I'm not too far behind. Some of my pieces are not keeping up the greatest in the world, like my chest at 66. Doesn't even have agility on it. But until next time.